All right. Next up, we have Gunner versus NT Streamline. It's like another TVP. Always excited to see some TVPs between high-level players. Alright, here we are on Royal Blood, spawning in the bottom left-hand side. It is going to be Gunner. And spawning in the top right-hand side, rocking the yellow Terran units, it is going to be Leopards. Alright, we actually have a... I'm assuming this is going to be a gas racks gas coming out of Leopards. Not super common to see anymore. Usually it indicates aggressive play. You're trying to get as much gas as early as possible. Or it could just be that Leopards prefers the gas racks gas over racks gas gas. That's so far pretty standard opener coming out of Gunner. Do apologize for some of the wonkier camera movements. It's actually, I gotta be honest with you, it's been a while since I've been casting. I'm a little bit, my controls are not quite where they used to be. Here because of Lord Cranial. Aw, thank you. Alright, we do have a probe sneaking about over here. If you know anything about probes out on the map this early, you always know that they're up to absolutely no good. Yep, what did I tell you? We are up to no good. I'm assuming that's going to be a Stargate. It'll depend on what we see. If we see a Warp Gate come out early. Meanwhile, we actually had a Marine opener out of Leopards going straight into that reactor. So this is going to be some form of aggressive play. I'm assuming it's going to be... we're going to see some Hellions. Swapping the factory onto there, get some Hellions out, and try to drop play. This actually is not going to be a starport. This is going to be a gateway. So... 3 gate? Oh, we only have 2 gateways for now. We'll have to see. I was incorrect. We do have more Marines being built. Widow Mine coming out. Wait, is this going to be another... This couldn't be a Dolan. This might be another Dolan. I'm not sure. Not 100% sure. Alright, third gateway is on the way now for Gunner. Making 2 more adepts, so maybe this is going to be the I forget the correct name of this build, but there is one build in PvT where you basically make a ton of adepts and just basically throw them directly into the Terran. I believe it's going to be that build. We do have a Widow Mine drop coming in. Tech Lab, yeah, so this has got to be a Dolan, right? Where's the armory? I'm just going to assume the armory is on its way here soon. Definitely an interesting set of... No. It's just gonna be it's just gonna be a regular tank push. Alright, let's do it. Robo on the way now for Gunner. Alright, I think at this point Gunner's gonna realize that something is up. We got some something fishy's going on here. We have no natural base. Do have a Liberator on the way, so this is going to be a pretty nasty push coming out of Leopards here in just a minute. But before we think about that, oh no! Oh, really good positioning here out of Gunner. Actually, could have dropped the mines. I don't know if that's the correct call here. Loses one of them, but he does have this one sneaky mine here. Maybe able to sneak it into the mineral line later. Leopards continuing to set up for this push here. Gunner actually does have this adept here at the front, so he will be able to see when Leopards pushes out. He's trying to get some scouting information, but isn't really going to get anything. Leopard's only sending out a couple of units to try and deal with the adept. I think he's trying to hide this, but I feel like it's pretty obvious for it's pretty obvious. This is quite the scary push. If Leopards actually gets into position, but Gunner's gonna try and keep him out on the map. Oh, actually manages to catch the siege tanks. This is actually big for Gunner. Now he needs to back up here. Doesn't quite have enough to deal with the oh, maybe he actually does. Gunner microing his heart out. There's 2 Liberators and 1 Siege Tank here. I still think that if Leopards can get into a really good siege position, Gunner is going to be in a little bit of trouble. He's just rallying units across at this point. No indication of getting a follow-up base. So this is going to be basically everything he has. Gunner trying to keep Leopards out on the field where he is least dangerous, trying to catch him where he can, but Leopards is actually doing a pretty good job of just slowly pushing up. Now that being said, if he takes too long to push up, then we will have an issue of Gunner having enough units to actually be able to contend with him. We do have an Immortal coming out now. 3 more gates on the way. Gunner just trying to macro up here, get as many units as possible. He's really trying hard to get any kind of favorable engagement, but ooh, I genuinely love this setup. Look at how wide Gunner is spreading his units out. He really does want to just absolutely collapse onto this Protoss force. We do have a shield battery here. There is a battery overcharge. Now, battery overcharge has been weakened a little bit with the recent patch, so it might not be as good at dealing with this. Oh, we now have 3 Liberators and 3 Siege Tanks. This is going to be incredibly difficult for Gunner, but here we go. Gunner collapses onto the units here. Battery overcharge has been picked up. He's trying to target fire down the tanks and the Liberators, it seems like, and he actually might be successful here. I think Gunner is going to... No, he's going to be fighting too much into these Liberators. Loses a lot of units, but at the same time, I mean, Leopards has also lost a lot here. He's only down to 1 Liberator and 1 Siege Tank left. But, oh yeah, Gunner actually just kind of walks around the Liberator, takes out the Siege Tank. Leopards is going to call GG. Gunner. Oh, wow. Fantastic. Fantastically done. The scariest thing about that push is just if it gets set up into its correct position. That's when it becomes incredibly difficult to actually deal with. As long as the Protoss player can start to kind of catch the units as they're coming across, and they have an idea of what's coming, they should be okay. It's, it can be quite painful if you're the Terran player, and you get caught out. Alright, here we go. Whoops. Spawning in the bottom right-hand side of Grezvin, we have the yellow Terran player, Leopards. And spawning in the top left-hand position, up 1 game with a fantastic spread of units, it is Gunner. It seems the Terrans this tournament really want to be just outwardly aggressive towards Protoss players. They're really just trying to have these super solid early pushes to kind of punish Protoss players, and the Protoss players recently have not had... They haven't had much trouble breaking all of this stuff. Now, I gotta be honest with you, I'm not super familiar with some of these players. I don't know what their typical play style is. But I do know that most of them are fairly high level. A lot of them are playing for hot-headed gaming now. Speaking of which, we do have the Macherino link in chat. If you would like to give any sort of donation, it would be much appreciated. Let's keep these grassroots streamers alive and kicking. More StarCraft 2 tournaments as we can. Oh, more shenanigans coming out of Gunner. Although, last game, were they really even that shenanigans? It felt like he really didn't even. He wasn't even able to actually do much 3-gate stuff. That being said, we did have a double gas opener out of Leopards. We do have the factory about to finish up now. Are we going to see a normal macro game come out of a Terran player? Interesting. Probe is going to pop up, and I believe this is going to be out of range.
The firstborn
yeah.
persevere.
Just out of range. Perfect. It's going to see the reactor, though. No, it looks like we're going to have another starport. Is he going to go for the same push again? There's no way. Very similar builds coming out of both players once again. Yep, we do have a third gate coming up now. Gunner keeping track of the natural expansion there. Yeah, this is the same build. Very similar build. Alright, so I'm assuming we're going to see tanks coming out here soon. This is definitely a this is a brave move coming out of Leopards here. Trying to go for the same cheese twice in a row. Those Marines walking by that probe just like, wait a second. Alright, Adept coming out. Or 2 Adepts coming out here soon. Mine drop moving out onto the field. We do have a Liberator and a Siege tank coming up. Gunner actually sending out these Adepts. Oh? Alright, so we're dropping the mines early. Oh, interesting. Alright, more Adepts coming up to the front now. So it is going to be the parting 3-gate Adept. I think it's parting 3-gate Adept. Oh no, they're going to get in! I actually... Alright, so Leopards is going to lose a bit of mining time and a couple of workers here. Oh, wow. Maybe not a couple of workers, but... at this point, Gunner has delayed the push a little bit. He's hampered some of Leopard's economy, so he's going to have a harder time pushing up here. I love these Widow Mines just kind of randomly here. I don't know if necessarily randomly here, but... Alright, he's actually going to... Oh, don't lose the mine. Fortunately, one mine is going to be triggered by a probe. But Leopard's push is here, now reinforced by 1 Widow Mine, which actually probably isn't a bad idea, to be completely real with you. Alright. Leopard sieging up here. He's in a little bit better position this time. Gunner's not going to have enough room to really be able to spread out and try and pincer attack this. The Adepts are going to try and shade on top of everything, but the tanks aren't really... Oh. I mean, the Liberators are going to clean that up pretty quickly. Oh man, this push is going much differently this time. Much differently. Had a little bit of a voice crack there. Voice is not used to doing this anymore. Gunner trying to slip around here to get at these Liberators. Yeah, unfortunately, Leopard's sieging positions on the Liberators are a little bit lackluster, to be honest with you. Gunner being able to actually slip by is a bit concerning. Leopard's going to continue pushing up here. This is a bit scary. Now, he does have the Stalkers moving to try and either hit around the backside, or he's going to try and catch reinforcements as they're coming in. Ooh, charge is not done on these zealots. Ooh, this is going to be a little bit painful. Oh, wow, actually. I mean, he's hit from the backside, but it looks like everything's going to get cleaned up for the most part. Maybe? And there's only one Liberator left that's zoning out all of these units. Gunner actually is going to be able to take it out, I think. Yeah, there we go. Liberator is now down. There is one more siege tank coming up to the front line. Leopards is going to back up, pick up with the medevac, and move back here just a little bit. Probably going to wait for another siege tank and a Liberator to come out, but Gunner's now on the chase. We don't have an expansion, so Leopard's push is eventually going to start to dry up here. Yeah, Gunner's just going to be pushing across the map now. More depths are going to be on the way. Leopard's trying to siege up and defend his base here. Alright, here come the Adepts. Are going to try and get into the main base. Not going to be able to do it. Yeah, Gunner's going to go home. I mean, I feel like Gunner knows that he's in a fantastic position right now, so they're just going to back up and defend. I mean, it really is on Leopards now to try and finish this game out, because he is down a base, he's down on workers. This is everything he has, for the most part. Gunner sitting in the middle of the map. Kind of wanting to catch these units before they can siege up in a good position. Leopards, though. Leopards is taking a different route than Gunner thought. Oh, but that being said... Okay, yeah. This is brilliant play by Gunner. Actually scouting the other paths to make sure that he doesn't just sneak around. Yep, he's going to see that with the probe. He's even moving it around a little bit. And he's going to chase from the backside. Oh, this is going to get really interesting really quickly. Leopard's actually sieging up here. I think he's a little bit nervous. I wonder if it would have been better to have just, like, gone... Well, I don't know. Actually, this is pretty good position out of Leopards here, but at the same time, there's a big surround being set up here for Gunner. Once again, Leopards is just rallying across the map and is not going to be able to get any more reinforcements. Alright, here we go. Alright, units are trying to push in here. Actually, Leopard's sieging up on the backside to prevent his units from coming in. Adepts are going to be coming in anyways with their shades. Everything's going to get cleaned up here, it looks like. There are 3 Liberators left, but there's not much you can really do with the Liberators. Stalkers are being warped in now. Leopards is continuing to rally across, but at this point, there's just not that much he can do. There's just a handful of Marines and a couple of Liberators. Gunner's economy has been significantly better than Leopard's. It's going to be able to macro up. We're making a Dark Shrine. I love it. There's nothing scarier than having to deal with Dark Templar and having one orbital command for a Terran. That is terrifying. Ooh, interesting. I don't know about this. We are going to delay a little bit of mine time. Yeah, it's actually going to spot the Dark Shrine here. Alright, going to try and re-siege up. GG's going to be called. Gunner with the 2-0. Nice. Protoss players are cleaning up. Where are the Terrans at? Come on, you can't have the Protoss players show you up. Just a reminder to everybody, this is a round robin tournament.